The ships are no longer sailing in Big Brother's house. It looks like these housemates came with the same strategy, and now the strategy itself is against them. And everything is beginning to make sense at this point, because I would just say it is now logic. Everybody has to use some type of logic in that house. And guess what, guys? Temi and Keivo, the ship ain't sailing anymore. Then Kamsy and Gerald, the ship is also not sailing anymore. Chimson Chuka and Blithopia, things are not adding up. Anyway, guys, we literally have a lot to talk about. These ships, it looks like the strategy itself is against them, and everything is now beginning to make sense. And I'll say the game has just begun. Let's dive into it. But then before that, I am Ninin. I am your queen of the tea, and what you can do for me is please subscribe, hit the notification button so that whenever I post, you're able to watch. Let's dive into it, guys. So apparently, Keivo and Temi are no more. What could be the reason? The reason is Temi and Tram kissed. At this point, I would say, did I expect it? Guys, I did expect it from the look of things, and from the way these people are kinda with each other. I literally expected it. Why? I feel like we've been seeing Tram and Shiba. And guys, I'm gonna say this. It looks like Tram wanted more from Shiba, but then he did not get. So the only way he can do it is divert to some other person. At the same time, we shall give the benefit of a doubt, that Tram wants to break all these ships. And why does Tram want to break the ships? Is it because his ship and Shiba was mommy, daddy, or big brother, or what, or something? Because it looks like for them, the boundaries they have, that is Tram and Shiba. And so now he decided to move on to a younger person whereby feels like something could go on or something. And again, guys, we have a lot. Let's dive into it. So apparently Tram and Temi, shared the kiss and all that. And and it was the way Tram was talking about it with those of Shiba, because to me, from his speaking, looks like he really enjoyed it, and it looks like it is something he has wanted to do for some good time now, and now he has gotten a chance, to do it. And guys, guess what? Now Temi, the other side, is talking about it wasn't even enjoyable. She's feeling pain because of the blessings. Okay. And this side, Tram is talking about he knows the girl enjoyed it. I'm like, this side they're talking about they're feeling pain because of the blessings, and for you, the other side talking about they're enjoying all this. Anyway, guys, and it was the way Temi went to Keivo to address it, and Keivo, after Temi telling Keivo how she kissed Tram, the next thing was why. Like, he needed a reason. Like, why did you do that? And she said she had no reason. At this point, I was like, so you mean you just wake out of the blue, you want to kiss somebody without a reason? It just gives you have wanted to do this thing for the longest time, and you did not have the opportunity. Now that the opportunity presented itself, you just grab the opportunity, because you cannot tell me out of the blue. You wake up. Yes, I understand you're in a confined space. You're in a space where something will force you to do something. But then out of the people, you chose Tram. It gives you really wanted to do this thing for the longest time, and you did not have an opportunity. So since the opportunity presented itself, you said, why not grab it? Anyway, let's now talk about the real thing about, Temi and Keivo. So now that, they've decided to be friends, yes, there is this explanation. Temi goes around telling people there was never conversations held with, Keivo. They were never in a relationship. They were not serious. Like, they never had, the friendship would have come first. So one thing I also want to ask you people, so you're talking about how you never had conversations with Keivo, how the friendship was not there. Somehow you don't want to dance with this guy in the parties because you feel like it should be, a conversation first, build the friendships and all that. And somehow you have the audacity. Somehow you want to kiss also at the other you've never had deep conversations with, or you've not, built the relationship. Like, does that make sense? This for Keivo, you claim, the friendship is not there. You've not had deeper conversations. You've not built a friendship. Yeah. At first, I wanted to understand, but then on the other side, you want to kiss the other person you've not had conversations with, no deep talks, no nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it is the way you people keep defending this person, talking about, she's young, she's 21, And it is the way the housemates will let her do whatever she's doing, like she doesn't know what she's doing. Guys, I will assure you, she knows, she knows what game she's playing. She knows what she is doing. Because I would say, how many people audition for this Big Brother? The very many people. So you think she does not know, or you people think she went through all these auditions and somehow she was able to get into the house without knowing what she's doing. Like, you guys make it make sense. I don't like the way people are talking about, oh, she's young, oh, they can let her do whatever she's doing, oh, she does not know whatever she's doing. But I'm a bit. The only thing I will allow is they're all in for competition, and everybody is allowed to use whatever game or whatever strategy they have. Okay, if she's using the strategy of being young, or if she's using the strategy of pretending not to know something, or something's of pretending not to know whatever she's doing, that could be her strategy. But then this part of talking about, oh, she's young, or this, or that thing will not work. It will not work, because there is no way you audition and be in that house. Out of all those many people that audition, you'll be in that house and you do something, and you people keep talking about, oh, she's young, Like, I feel like in the house, these people are giving her that room to do some things, and they will let it slide because with this excuse of, oh, she's young. Young people are not in Big Brother's house, guys. Young people are not in Big Brother's house. And another thing, I want people to understand that, also a young person, that I feel like age and maturity are different things. Like, I feel like age and maturity things, like, they are two different things. And for the fact that this is a competition, everybody knows what they are doing in that house, like, literally. And this part where she's over talking about they were never in a relationship, there was never nothing, so there is no need, of talking about all this, like, what she did was wrong. Like, okay, if you were never in a relationship, like if she was never in a relationship, like she's saying, or if there was never anything there, what was the reason of her now going to to address it with Keivo? Why did she feel like there was a need to address it or to speak about it to Keivo? Like, literally, it feels like it is a game she's playing. Keivo was not there. He did not see anything. She just went and told Keivo about it. Like, if it is not a game, why did she have to go now and tell Keivo about it? Like, let's get real. Everybody is in that house for a game. If that is her game, well and good. It is her game. But me, all I say is they should stop talking about, oh, she's young. Then they will excuse her for some weird things she will do. Yeah, la la la. I'm not saying the kiss was bad. I'm not saying she was wrong to kiss the guy. She wasn't wrong. But then the fact that you people are excusing some things or talking about she did not mean all this, like, you people, let's get it clear. Like, let's get it clear. You kissed this person, the other person wasn't that. You want to come and address it to this person. Please read the patterns. Anyway, now let's move to Tram. What do we think about Tram and whatever he's doing? Me personally, Keivo talked about, oh, Tram is using her to check, his boxes. Like, at some point I will say it is real. Like, it is correct. Because literally, guys, it is not Tram's first time to scatter a ship. At first Tram scattered Yusuf and Bells, like, literally, that ship. But then later they came back together. So now he felt like it may seem as though he felt like there was also a need, of him scattering another ship. And the easiest ship he could scatter was Keivo and Temi, like, literally. And for Tram, let's get to the first week. The first week, Tram was talking about, oh, there is no girl of his standards in the house, or there is no girl of this. Like, okay, I understand these people in a confined space, like, feelings will grow. But so now we rush from there is no girl of my spec, or there is no girl of his standards and whatever, to now fixing himself. You people should understand that it is a game. Yes, Tram is using her to check his boxes. Yes, Tram feels like there is a need. And Tram is a gamer. He knows he's here for a game. So he would do anything for the game. Because he's here for the money. He's here for the money. Like, oh, he's here for the money. So this part of, Tram does not like her. Tram does not like her. He just wants to use her for the game. Since Tram is feeling like he can no longer use Shiba for the game because Shiba, it looks like for Shiba, it looks like both Shiba and Tram wanted to use each other for the game. But then it feels like since Shiba is now drawing, like pushing to Ricky, also Tram needs somebody he can now push to. Who is Temi? Tram. So guys, still about Tram. With Tram, I feel like him being a streamer, he knows what we viewers want at some point. It feels like with Tram, he will observe which people are having the highlights, definitely. He will observe and be like, okay, now these ones are having highlights. Why? Let me take you back to Yusuf and Bells. Remember when Yusuf and Bells, definitely, most of the highlights during that week were about Yusuf and Bells. And just like that, Trump decided to insert to come and, scatter the ship because he knew they were having the highlights. And now the people, even the housemates themselves, were overlooking at, Keivo and, Temi. They decided to still come, and take up the highlights. And is he wrong? Like, definitely, he's not wrong. Like, literally, it is a game. Everybody will play the game to get the highlights. Everybody will do whatever it takes to win the money. And him being a streamer, I think he knows at some point. And guys, I'll give it to Tram. I'm not gonna lie, I'll give it to Tram because every time the house feels like it is beginning to become boring, Tram will always put up something for us. Tram, I'm gonna lie, I do not care whether his strategy is breaking the ships. I do not care. That is the truth. If that is his strategy, let him play it harder. We cannot wait because it looks like everybody came in that house with a strategy of shipping. Now that Tram is there, he will break them. But then what is his reason of breaking these ships? To me, it feels like, okay, he also came with a strategy of shipping, like literally having a ship in the house. But then since his, ship with Shiba feels like bro sister, it feels like it is not extreme. Like it feels like that ship is not exclusive, it has boundaries. So what can he do? He decides now to change his strategy to now breaking the ships and doing all that. And with Shiba, it feels like they have boundaries. He cannot cross some boundaries, so he decides to divert to the other places. And I'm gonna lie, I like Tram. I used not to like Tram, guys, at the beginning, but now I'm beginning to like Tram. I'm beginning to like Tram. But anyway, it is the way these people are now behaving that doesn't make sense to me in that house. I don't know what you guys think about this scenario of Tram and and Temi. And guys who have been telling me, oh, looks like Temi, like Tram is trying to get to know Tram getting to know Temi. Like, guys, let's not forget. These are normal conversations. After the house, Tram would definitely go back to the wife. I don't know, but I think it is wife or fiance. And Temi also go back to London. So this part we're talking about, oh, they're trying to get to know each other. There's nothing like getting to know each other in Big Brother's house. You people are all here for the game. Anyway, I don't know what you people think about this scenario or this case, but then to me, I feel like Trump is playing his game, and he's just like Keivo says, he will take his boxes, he'll do whatever he feels like. If he feels like, okay, this is the most highlights, he'll follow the highlights, and that is it for Trump, because they're all here for the game. So if he wants to play the game, let the guy play his game. I don't want to see anybody talking about, oh, he's not considering people's feelings. Then they're all here for the game. They all auditioned for the game. Let the best winner, take the money. Anyway, guys, let's now move to Kamsy and, Gerald. So they had a conversation where they decided to close all this. Gerald feels like he needs to concentrate and all this and all that. And I want to ask Gerald. So when Kamsy was close to Chimson Chuka, Gerald saw a need of getting close to, Kamsy. But now that they are close, or after holding conversations with now, I think the conversation they're talking about it is from Godessa, and now he feels I need to concentrate. Like, boy, if you're to go out, you move. Anyway, guys, so Kamsy says it was after the conversation. To her, they say it is Godessa spreading the rumor that like literally Kamsy is playing a game, that he feels like, oh, Kamsy is playing him and all that, guys. And I'm failing to understand the whole scenario where they say, oh, somebody in the house, somebody who is also playing a game, comes to you and tells you, oh, this person is playing you, or this or this. And use your mind. If this person is playing the other person, you're also playing you're playing the person you are telling, because all of you are in a competition. Like literally, I don't like the way these housemates feel like, okay, this one is my friend, I will have a real conversation. There are no real conversations in that house because it is a competition. This thing whereby now Godessa wants to play this part of, I know everything, I can see all this, I'm real. She wants to behave like the real person who give it to you straight, sharp. I'm like, So Godessa, it looks like Godessa's game. She feels that, okay, she should be the only person with a triangle. And on that is to say two men chasing her. And now that she feels like Kamsy was playing the game more than she is doing, she felt like, okay, there is a need to have the conversations she had. And I don't like the way most of the people are going to her in that house for these conversations. Like, I want to ask them that, are you literally, you people using your heads? First, I've not seen Godessa like encourage any sheep in that house. She'll be talking about, they're playing you, they are doing this, or you people are letting Godessa help you break the ship, and for you people are seeing her. For Godessa and Araga, they're not willing to separate at any one point. But then for the other housemates, they are letting Godessa help them break the ship, like literally. Like, I'm like, you people, why is it becoming so difficult to read Godessa's game? And I like the fact that some of the ladies in the house have now clocked it. Because I don't know, it was, I think between Oin and Flora, somebody said it is after somebody will have a conversation, like literally, like she said, something will scatter after someone having a conversation with, Godessa. And it is the way Godessa will, I don't want to call it, I don't want to say she's a manipulative person, but there is a way she will, tell these people how the people or their partners are playing games with them. And I feel like, how about you ask yourself, you and Araga, who is playing whose game? Like, who is playing who? This is something I also want to understand. Because girl she feels like she has an answer to everything, or she feels like she knows literally how everything is rolling in the house. And it is the way I understand she's nice at conversations. They feel like, oh, since she's a mature person, or she will give it to you straightforward, or she stands on business. That is how they feel. But then they forget that they are all in that house for a competition. And it is okay for her, or if it is her game, to roll the way she's rolling, because it is a competition. She's not forcing any of these housemates to do whatever they are doing. All she's doing is feeding them the information, and whatever they do next is not her business, which is okay. I'll also give it to her because it is a game. Because what do you mean for you? You know who is playing who. How Kamsy is playing Gerald, and I've not seen her like literally praise or encourage any sheep in the house. I'm not going to lie. I've not seen her like as though she was telling Chimson Chuka that, I think the way she was talking about, Chimson Chuka decided to go for Kamsy because of breast. And talking about, Kamsy is not a person, it doesn't look like a person who can play that game. I'm like, Chuka! I don't understand how Chimson Chuka has the head to compete in the arena, but when it comes to personal things, I don't know, where does the head go? That is something I really also want to really ask him. And guys, it was the way Kamsy was not okay with all this. We saw her in the garden crying and all that. And it makes me feel like, okay, so Kamsy was developing feelings for this Gerald guy or something, because it doesn't make sense. Why are you crying at the beginning of the competition, third week, and you're already crying? How many times is she going to cry? That is only if she doesn't get evicted tomorrow. Yes, I don't like it is the way these just the alliances, guys. I told you, it looks like these alliances are going to give us drama. This alliance of Shiba, Godessa, Araga, Tram, and somehow Temi. But for that alliance, I feel like they will use Temi. When they are done using her, they will just drop her. These people. Anyway, I don't know what you guys feel of this Kamsy, Godessa and all this. And it is the way now Kamsy is making, her rounds, like literally. She's spreading the word about, Godessa, how Godessa is the one spreading the word about her game. And I was like, inside me I also want to ask Godessa, if Kamsy is playing her game, play your game. You have your game you're playing. Play your game. Why are you feeling like, okay, since somebody is playing the same game as you're playing, now you feel bad? Play your game. Let the best gamer win. That is how I feel about all this. Godessa will play these housemates up to when they learn. Up to when they will learn and they'll stop going to her for advice. What do you mean all the men in the house are going to, to Godessa for advice? The same Godessa is failing to, to have a proper talk or failing to work out things out with Araga. Because it looks like with Godessa and Araga, they have, issues almost every day. But then she'll be the very first person to give advice to the other, house people. I understand it is a game. And I'll also give it to her if she's playing a game, then she's having it right. She has the ball in her hands. Because what do you mean every housemate, everybody who's trying to be in a ship is going to Godessa for advice? I'm like, girl, these housemates are even joking. Because they're all there for the game. What makes them feel like they need to go to her for advice? She will play them after when they will learn. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this Kamsy and Gerald, and now how Gerald decides to feel like, okay, he cannot feed stock to, the house and also have Kamsy. Like, guy, I don't know, but this Kamsy and Gerald thing looked like it wasn't going to work out from the very first beginning. I'm not gonna lie. Because at first we saw Kamsy say, oh, she was using Gerald as an escape since James and Chuka was all having sexual talks. And now, girl, they're living even in tears. Like, re-strategize. I want to tell these housemates, like, yo, re-strategize. That is all I can say for these housemates. But I don't know what you people think, because right now Kamsy is already making her rounds. She's already ranting, to the other housemates. She feels like, okay, she needs to have her revenge on Araga. On, I think, Godessa through Araga. And it was the way they were having the conversation where she was talking about in case she gets to go to that head of house, or call it the lot where the head of house used to stay. Like, she will pick Araga. I think it was actually Blutopia who said she would pick Araga and she will see how, Godessa will feel. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I really want one of the housemates to also scatter this Godessa and Araga ship so that we can see how she will feel or what she will do next. Because what do you mean she's scattering the other people's ships, but then for her, she wants to stay in her ship? Like, is she the only one who wants to be in the ship in that house? Because for her, she will make sure she will do something. We saw her with Yusuf during the bells and Yusuf thing. And again, we see her now, girl, calm down, calm down. But if she's playing her game, guys, we need to always remember that it is a game. Everybody's in there for a game. So if that is how she wants to play her cards, let the best gamer win. Because it is a game, it is a competition. Nobody's asking all these people to, trust her, to go with whatever she says. But then she's doing her job so well. I'm not gonna lie, it is working for her. Then another thing, let's talk about the same Godessa, Barry, and Araga situation. Or I think somehow Gerald giving advice. So we saw Godessa and Barry in the garden, and they were having conversations where I think Barry told her that every time he comes to her, he feels like he's kissing someone's girl, like literally. At this point, I'm like, and she was talking about, I don't know why she will still also deny Araga when they spend all that time, because Barry reminded her that they're doing everything couples do, like, why are doing that? And she was giving fun excuses. You can, okay, don't chase me in the house. And where do you want to be chased, madam? Outside the house, everybody will be busy. Nobody's going to chase anybody. Just play the game right here where we can see what's going on. What do you mean they should chase you outside the house? Play the game in here. And guys, it feels like for Godessa wanted to play, I think Kamsy's game, just like she said, because Kamsy feels like, just like she said, it feels like Kamsy is playing her game better than her. So for Godessa, she wanted to be in, I think, a triangle, Araga, Barry, and her, like literally that triangle. But, It may seem as though Barry is kind of reluctant about all that. And it was the way Gerald went and spoke with, Barry about it and talking about, oh, this and this. You should go for somebody who likes you, who is nature. And also Barry talked about, oh, he likes nature. Like he has seen the game Godessa is playing. And it gives me something like, Barry knows what he's doing. Barry knows what is going on. But then Barry feels like, oh, Godessa is a strong, competitor or personality in the house. In a way that Barry wants to get, involved with Godessa just because he feels like Godessa is also a strong competitor or is a strong person in the house. So maybe that could keep him in the house. That is how I feel about this thing of Barry and Godessa. Yes, at first Barry could have been attracted to Godessa, but after this, after this Godessa having a raga situation all the time, kissing around, just like Barry was saying it to her, I feel like now Barry wants to be around Godessa because he feels like she is a strong competitor in the house. After seeing everybody go to, Godessa, everybody talk about, oh, Godessa is mature. I feel like that is what Barry is looking at. Because Barry also said he has already clocked Godessa's game. But then if he has clocked Godessa's game, why is he still playing along? Definitely feels like Barry knows, Godessa is a strong personality or a strong competitor or a strong person in the house. So he feels like he needs to be attached to her so that he could maybe have a good time or a long time or stay in the house. That is how I feel about this Barry in Godessa. But then these things, but it is a game, so everybody will do whatever they feel like will keep them in the house. If Barry feels like joining the ship or joining that triangle keeps him in the house, then let him do it. It is a game at the end of the day. It is what it is. Guys, I don't know what you think about all these ships that have scattered, but to me, I feel like there is no genuine ship in Big Brother's house. It feels like everybody came in that house with, a strategy of shipping, and now the strategies themselves are turning against them. Hence all this situation. Because to me, it feels like nobody took time, like later, to understand which person they are choosing. They just, just fell in the ships, and now the ships are deciding to collapse. We cannot wait to see what goes on, because it feels like the house is beginning to become interesting. And Ebuka, guys, I don't know, but Ebuka should at least, shake some tables. Ask Godessa about all these, advices, about how she has, Madam, I know everything, how she always have an opinion about everything, like literally in that house. She knows how everything runs in that house. That is how she feels in her head, literally. But then, is it real? Is it a truth? Nobody knows. And I also want Ebuka to shake a little bit of, Keivo and Temi. Like, where do they stand exactly? Ebuka, you cannot, Ebuka, I beg, Ebuka, this week, please, Ebuka. We need to see some, and I also want Ebuka to ask Oin and Flora about their conversations, because it feels like with them, they always have conversations. And anyway, I like those two people, because they will always give us the gist. Even the gist will miss out, they will always bring. I don't know how you guys feel about the whole thing. Temi and Tram, Keivo, and also, Kamsy crying over Gerald, or Kamsy and Gerald's ship, collapsing and all that. Otherwise, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Meet you in my next video. Bye.